A Campbell River couple who lost their son in a workplace accident says more needs to be done to hold employers accountable. The 24-year-old was killed 6 months ago near Sayward as he prepared to head home from a logging operation. He was run over by a co-worker backing up a van, and his parents say the accident was devastatingly preventable. CTV's Gord Kurbis reports.
6 months have passed, but the parents of Campbell River's Michael McInnes still clearly remember the night RCMP showed up at their door with the news their son was dead.
They had their hands down by their hair like they do and their heads bowed, and I knew instantly. I said, "You hear about Mike, aren't you?" And they said, "Yes, sir, we are."
Their son was with co-workers getting ready to return home from a logging operation near Sayward. It occurred in a marshalling area where workers were being met by passenger vans to take them home. The first van was full, so Michael started walking to where a second one would pick him up. Seconds later, he was dead.
And he backed up aggressively. He didn't just put it in reverse like some people have tried to tell me. He backed over Michael. Michael died instantly.
The McInneses said the 22-year-old driving the 8-passenger van thought he had driven over a rock and kept reversing. An RCMP officer recounted the reaction of those who were there.
The whole accident was disturbing. He said that he's never seen so many grown men, like absolutely out of their minds, pretty much, just in a state of panic.
The McInneses say the death of their son, a happy, very athletic and caring person, was completely avoidable. They say it happened because several safety procedures were ignored that night. They say the van was being backed up in an area where reversing wasn't permitted. They also say the driver wasn't even legally allowed to be transporting his passengers.
He had an N, and he's allowed one passenger. He's driven for months to Port McNeill on the highway. It's not valid when he has too many passengers. I think this was a disaster waiting to happen.
But the McInneses say they don't blame that young driver. They say the company, Holbrook Dyson, should have been ensuring proper safety rules were being followed.
They have a responsibility as a owner of a logging company to ensure, especially a big union camp, there's rules, and they didn't follow them. And the end result was it was our son that got killed.
Holbrook Dyson did not respond to our interview request, and a representative from WorkSafe BC said they could not comment because the investigation is still ongoing. Michael's parents say even if the logging company receives fines, there's still nothing in place that makes them accountable to victims' families such as theirs.
We want the 80-year-old WorkSafe BC law changed. We want it looked at. We want them to make the companies accountable, not just to WorkSafe BC.
WorkSafe BC should have its investigation wrapped up within the next few weeks. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Campbell River.